When you wait, it might come sooner. Waiting is sometimes hard to do or even hard to think of, especially for a kid or even sometimes as an adult. Sometimes waiting feels like an eternity. Patience really is hard. However, patience for an adult and a child are vastly different. Adults may be impatient because they didn't get a good night's sleep. They are waiting for their coffee if it isn't coming soon enough. They had a lot of work they did, or they have a lot of work they need to do, or the need to get something done. Lack of patience is anxiousness taken to another level in adults. Lack of patience for children is usually them waiting for something because of anticipation or excitement. Children can be impatient for many reasons. They are excited for something that is happening in the day, or they are waiting but really not waiting for something to come in the mail or a package to arrive. Or they are waiting to open a present on Christmas Day or really waiting for any holiday. Having patience is important, but sometimes not having patience can lead you to learning from your mistakes so you don't do it again. I'm going to take you through a few moments of patience or lack thereof in the life of me. One story that comes to mind about being impatient was one time on December 25th, 2019. It was before dinner and not everybody was there. I begged my mom about every 5 minutes if I could open my presents. What should have happened is I should have waited for everyone to arrive, ate dinner peacefully, and waited till everybody was ready. Instead, I upset my mom, who kept on telling me to wait over and over again. I have improved my patience, but I still have a long way to go. You don't want to make another person have a bad day, because bad days go both ways. Another time, at Kennywood, my mom and I were still waiting in the lines late at night, and the lines were huge. Some of the other rides were closed, so there were only a few rides left. My mom grew impatient because she doesn't like long lines. Instead of waiting, we instantly left and went on a ride following snow lines. It was a ride we liked, and we rode for almost the rest of the night. In this case, not being patient was actually the right decision, because if we had waited till it was our turn, it might have been time to leave the park to go home. Sometimes being impatient means letting go of a plan you had for an even better plan. We still had a lot of fun. Another recent story I can remember was about my older brother and technology. My brother got impatient because he really wanted to get his phone, like all older siblings. He asked my mom and dad every day 5 times a day and would never stop. Since the phone didn't arrive yet, my parents had to deal with it and keep telling my brother to wait for it. What he should have done is waited for the phone and actually taken the fact that no matter how many times he asked, it still wouldn't come. Also, getting the phone really isn't the most important thing. Ironically, I was almost finished writing my speech, or so I thought, when a pandemic hit the nation. It was in early March when stores were closed. We were asked to stay in our homes, and for the first time, going to school is no longer a part of our routine. The moments we have all experienced the past few weeks and months have been unforgettable. Patience has been practiced in the real world by people waiting for all this chaos to end and for everything to start going back in businesses. It has also been used by people who need help in these times, and they know that people are helping or trying to help. For me, practicing patience has meant trying to do the things I enjoy doing, like playing basketball in my room or football outside, or playing video games to relieve my stress in all these bad and horrible times. In these times, I think I have grown more patient because there isn't as much work or things to do than before. I think being less busy has reduced stress, and because of that, people have been forced to be patient. Sometimes Sometimes if you are becoming impatient, all you need to do is just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and look on the bright side, like saying, one day it will happen, or one day it will happen, or it will come, and all I have to do is wait for it. For me, one day things will go back to normal and everything will be okay. If there is anything I've learned through all of this, it is this. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting.